Welcome to Sleepless in Singapore. In today's podcast, I'll be speaking to Jingle, a coffee shop chef who runs a stall called Pizzas near Nee Soon Camp. We'll be talking about his incredible experience in some of the top Italian restaurants in Singapore, the price of setting up a coffee shop, as well as horror stories of difficult customers. If you'd like to visit his stall, they are open every day from 4 to 10 pm except for Tuesday when they are closed. Alright, Jingle.
Yeah, how are you, Nick?
Okay,
Alright.
we are live. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of Sleepless in Singapore. And today I've got a very special guest. Now, our first guest was Ash, who used to do art, who still does art actually. He's a fantastic artist. And today I have the privilege of interviewing, in my opinion, hands down, the best coffee shop Western food chef in Singapore. He is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
remember to add in the Italian part. Best
Yeah.
one of the Italian.
the best coffee shop Italian food owner in Singapore. His food is amazing and his name is Jingle. Welcome, Jingle. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, very good, buddy. How are you, Nick?
Okay, great. Now, Jingle, first question I have to ask you. Is that your full name, Jingle?
No, actually, my name is Haren Sudarshana.
Alright.
Because, of course, I'm born in Sri Lanka, Ceylonese.
Okay, so why do you call yourself Jingle?
That's a mystery question. I mean, my parents, one of my uncle, I don't know, he like to call me Jingle. I don't know, he's maybe fan of Santa Claus or something like that.
Okay.
So everybody start to use this name. So none of my teachers in the school also knows me as from
Right.
my real name.
Okay, so you have a coffee shop,
Yeah.
and it's at Sembawang Eating House 33.
Yes.
It's along Sembawang Road, for those of you who don't know. It's very close to my house. And the first time he came in, his shop is called Pizzas, am I right?
Yeah, pizzas.
Oh, Pizzas, okay, I'm sorry, it's Pizzas. Alright, so Pizzas. And I thought that initially, how good can coffee shop Italian food be? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
correct,
sometimes
correct.
a little bit skeptical
Yeah.
of stuff. So I just tried it out anyway, and the food was the bomb. Okay, they had Italian pizza, very very good, right? And I'm talking about it in terms of a coffee shop, so the prices are coffee shop prices as well, very affordable. They have pastas as well, which I think are great. My fiance loves the pastas there as well. You've got aglio olio and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Okay, so how did you learn to cook Italian food?
Oh. Okay, I first time I was actually how to say, I'm studying about F&B
Mhm.
in Singapore in a school. So I had to go and do some part-time work. So I went to one of the restaurant called Senso.
Mhm.
Senso Italian restaurant. It's one of the fine dining restaurant in Singapore. It's like for 5 years in a row.
Yeah, that
They
was
won the
one of
award
my
from the
favorites.
Wine and Dine, all these things. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was there. Just one day I went there as a helper. In the front line. So basically they asked me to do the do the running job. That means I have to pick up the food from the kitchen, then after that bring it to the side station. From the station itself, the captains and all the high ranking people is the one who's serving to the customers.
Mhm.
But the thing is that at that time I need cash too, because I need to pay school fees as well.
Mhm.
So I just try to do the same thing day and day, but I am a bit interested in the kitchen side. I see the people are cooking, chopping things, cutting things up. So I thought, why not? I think I like to go in, but there's no opportunity I can go in. So there's one time there was a very busy day. There's the chef of the restaurant called Chef Diego Chiarini. He's one of the Michelin star chef in the world. So he got few restaurants at the moment also. So that time he said, okay, he ran out of staff, so he need to do this. There's a buffet not a buffet kind of a style. There's a kind of a standing cocktail party and this kind of something like that. So there are a lot of food to be arranged on a plate, like big plates. So there are not enough people to do it, because the moment they go out, come out empty. So no enough time to do it.
Mhm.
So no people to do it also, because not enough staff that time. Manpower is a total chaos. They're running here and there. So I said, never mind. I'm on the side. I'm just making some cappuccinos and all this stuff, and same time cutting some bread, all these things for the bread station. So because this one all the bread cutting and all these standby things has to be done by a waiter also, not by a professional chef. So
Mhm.
I said, never mind, I have enough time. Can I help you out on plating the thing on your plate?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead. Then I did in a different kind of a design. I arranged everything in a nice way. So he thought, hey, you got something in your head. I mean, you know, I think you know that, you know how to design the thing. I
Yeah.
mean, you like to work in the kitchen. I said, yeah, of course. Okay, change your clothes, go into the kitchen now. That day onwards, I'm inside the kitchen.
So basically, you were very good at plating. I mean, you were good at plating on that day.
That
and he
day.
told you, just
Yeah,
try it out in the
yeah,
kitchen.
because he saw me for a couple of times. I mean, I'm around for 1 month, 2 months. I'm working there,
Mhm.
so we know each other. Hi, how are you, chef? Okay, something like that. I always say, chef, I like to come to the kitchen. You know, say, no, you're not a chef. You cannot. I said, never mind, but you know, I like to try.
So
Then after that, yeah, that day just happened. He need my help, so help him
that
out.
is incredible. Now, do you know actually Senso is my
Hmm.
favorite Italian restaurant in the whole of Singapore. It's got really, really good food. For those of you who've never been to Senso before, I highly suggest that you visit Senso. It's very good. Of course, it's,
But
it's
I'm not
pretty
sure
pricey. Yeah.
how the quality and everything now, because the chef already left like 10, almost 10 years.
Oh, is that so? I
Yeah,
went
after
there.
that they keep bringing
yeah.
in different chefs, so maybe it's the not the say I don't say the food not good, maybe because different chefs, they have different style of cooking. So definitely the head chef, the executive chef is coming to the restaurant. He's the main key to the restaurant. He's the one who giving his own recipe, and he following the all the food in the menu according to what he want it to be. So he wants his style, so he wants the dishes to be like that, so he come out totally different ball game. I mean, there's an before chef he doing his way, then the new chef maybe working there, now he's doing his own style. So definitely, like, if you go there, you cannot get the same taste as the same you know, whatever you used to eat from the chef Diego, you cannot get it from there now.
Mhm.
There's a different chef, so he has his own style, but doesn't mean the food is not good.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I went there about 2 years ago. I've been there last year as well. Every year, whenever I go there, it's really good. I mean, I'm very happy with the quality of the food there.
Yeah.
So it's good. And it kind of explains to me, kind of shows me why your food quality is so damn good.
Yeah, because that time is a very tough period, because
Yeah.
the moment I went in, okay, I have to go and work inside. So there, okay, you see, always we have this thing that called like always people like to separate like kitchen and the service.
Yeah.
So whenever the kitchen guy in the service side like want to do his own coffee or something, the guy from the service side, hey, what the hell are you doing here?
Right.
You go into the kitchen, man, come on. What are you trying? What are you? You want a coffee? Then a lot of things there. Then the kitchen, whenever the service guy go to the kitchen, maybe accidentally somebody try to spill some maybe sauce on him, you know?
Mhm.
Because there's always like a clash, always. Although the people say that, oh, we are doing hand in hand, no, always they have something called like, whenever something happen, hey, you are outside, I'm inside, I'm from the kitchen, you are from the service, always something like that. So that time I was in the service, then I went into the kitchen, so that's a big issue, because everybody say, hey, now you are here, remember last time you were outside, huh? And now you are inside. So okay, then he try to give me some things here and there. He try to, you know, like tease me around, and you know, try to like try to pick on me for some time. So,
Right.
but
Well-
took a while, you know. So I have to do all the dirty jobs that they don't want to do. They pass me to do.
Mhm.
So by giving this, I took it as like a challenge. You know, I thought, okay, I learn. I will take one day everybody's job.
Mhm.
Okay, so you don't like to clean the prawn? Okay, let me clean the prawn. I do it. So you do something else. So I start to clean the prawn. So every day I doing this job. So nobody want to do that. So I become very fast cleaning the prawn.
Mhm.
So everything is the same way. So I learn bit by bit from everybody. So not only this guy, then the other guy. He say, okay, now I'm going for a break. Okay, can you just look after me for my station for a while? I say, okay, for 1 hour, no problem. What do you want me to do? Of course, he has to teach me what has to be done. If not, when after 1 hour he come back, there's nothing.
Mhm.
Then he got an F from the boss,
Uh-huh.
from the chef. So he has to teach me everything, whatever secret. If there's something, people say they're good secrets, but of course there's certain things people keep, certain things people will give. But maybe he will ask me to cut this, that, and stand by all these things and measure all these ingredients. And after 1 hour he come back, maybe he will mix it, but without showing me.
Mhm.
But doesn't matter. But then at least from 0 to 90% I already saw it, and I already did it from my own hands. Only other 10% I can guess, I can try, then I can make it one day.
Right, right.
So there's always ways to learn. Then, I mean, it went well. It took long time. I mean,
How many years were you working there?
I'm working there for like since 1999 for maybe year 2005, 2006. By that time, everything is the tables had already turned to my side, because I was in the sensor. Then some of the guys, sorry to say, sometimes it's like people always say like, okay, Singaporean, they can't wait work in one place for a long time. They will jump from like job hoppers from here to there. $100 more here, then I jump to that side. Another 200 more, I jump to that side. Something like that. So some issues happen also in every FMB line. Sometimes they are not happy with the working attitude of the chef, or maybe with the pay, maybe with their colleagues. Maybe they cannot get along. Then maybe they call it politics. Sometimes they have some internal issues as well. Sometimes
Restaurant
I don't
politics.
like you, you don't like me. So I got 4 guys with my side, and another 2 guys with your side. You got with you. So we maybe like, let's say we go for a smoke. Okay, they smoke separately, we smoke separately, we eat separately, kind of a thing. So sometimes people goes, they come, they go. So then always then let's say there's one guy left from the salad station. So I was in the salad station first. They call Gamaje. So and the most difficult part is now I'm new, and the starter is the one that always go first, and nothing pre-prepared in this place. Everything is, it's a fine dining, but all fresh. Everything must do on the spot. So we have to be super fast.
Right.
It's not easy. So people order something, say, I want this salad. Okay, I want this cold platter of this or something, whatever. So everything have to cut, slice on the spot and arrange everything. The design all must be there. And maybe salad together, there's another item going from another station. But all has to go together. So I have to be fast, I have to catch up the time. Then somebody says 2 minutes, means okay, 2 minutes, I have to get it done in 2 minutes. If I cannot, I have to say I need 4 minutes. So the guy has to delay the other dish. Because imagine that the dish that I'm delaying, let's say there's a couple on a table, let's say they're having their dinner, maybe a birthday or something. But my dish is actually supposed to go to the girl, to the female party. So, but only the other dish went first. So then I think the guy is not going to be very happy.
Right.
So then he has to still wait. Then when my dish goes there, then his food, maybe let's say if it's a cold dish, or let's say it's a warm dish, and it's become already cold.
Right.
So we have to,
You have to
manage. We have to
right?
manage, and that means we have to push ourselves according to the time. We have to match always. So it's not easy, because if I'm in the second course or third course, it's easy, because once the order read by our chef, like Chef Dio last time, I already know what is my second course, third course. I have enough time until the first guy go out his first course. I got enough time to prepare my things. Even if I'm slow, doesn't matter, because I got enough time.
Right.
I got enough time to maybe pre-cook something and stand by, because I know definitely within 15 minutes this dish gonna go out from the kitchen. But when you are in the starter, that's a difficulty, because all has to go on the spot.
I see. Okay, wait, we're gonna pause right here for a second, because I'm gonna bring the mic just a bit closer to you. Hold on. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So I did feel that you're selling yourself just a bit short, because you're telling us a lot about the history of what you used to
correct.
do. I would like to know a lot more about what you do now as well. Okay, now just for a quick timeline, after you left Senso, where did you go?
Okay, then I forgot to tell you about this part. So what happened was, that time, then one of the guy in the station, one of the in charge of the station left. For some reason. That's why I'm telling you about the history just now. So the closest guy next to him is me, who knows what he did before in the station.
Right.
So the chef was a bit like, asking, can you take care of this station? But he is busy. He also short-handed, so cannot. So after that, I told the chef, I can do. You sure you can do? I say, I can do. So he tried one day. Yeah, actually I'm doing. So end of the day, then I became the in charge of the station.
What station was that again?
The starter. That means
the starters, right,
Gamaje, they call it.
Okay.
All the salads and cold cuts, everything going from there. Then the same things happen to other stations as well. So I got a chance to move around. So I learned from every station. Of course, not all the things that you have to take, because different chefs also over there. Not the chefs. I call them like, they are the station in charge. So you pick what is right, what is not right, because the other guy come and teach you another different thing. But most importantly, it has to be the one that the chefs want, our chef wants. I mean, our executive chef wants. So he's the one who tests the dish last minute before he's sending out.
Right.
So after that, I learned about all this, all the stations. So there's opportunity came out that they want to open a pizza bar, like a pizza place. So it's the first pizza. I think the first or second. I think it's the second, because the second pizza restaurant that in Singapore who start to cook with the wood oven.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, stop right there. You just mentioned something very interesting. You said you would make the starters and the executive chef would try it.
Yeah.
So were they your recipes or were they?
It's his recipe.
But you execute his recipes.
Yeah.
And then he tests and see whether it's good
but
enough.
the thing is, you see, the chef himself, he's not giving me the recipe. Actually, he's telling the station in charge of that station the recipe. So then this guy won't tell me what is inside. He'll tell me like, okay, you have to stand by this, stand by this, stand by this.
Oh, because at that time you just joined the kitchen and you weren't as...
correct.
Yeah,
then after he left, of course, directly the chef's telling me, I want this dish.
Right.
He will do like, okay, every weekly changing the menu. So he will put in his notice board, this is the next week menu. So he must know that, okay, how to do it and what are the things I have to order. So beforehand I have to give and order all the things. So if I'm not sure about how the dish is going to be, I can always go to him and ask, chef, I'm not sure how to cook this, how to do this. So he'll tell me, you take this grams of this and just,
okay,
just proceed.
Right. Before we move on TV, whenever we look at chefs and all that, especially the big chefs, many of them seem to be assholes. You know what I mean? So how was it like? Were they really like that? Are they really like that nowadays?
Okay, like let's say, like as an example, like a Gordon Ramsay or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people like this. Let's say, like okay, when they are in a busy situation, sometimes let's say I'm working with some dumb guys, then I'm the one who have to responsible. The restaurant is running under my name. People came here to eat my food because they know my name, so they are here.
Right.
They're paying a higher price and they want to, have a nice evening that day and enjoy my food. But now I cannot deliver to them what I want because of some guys are screwing up inside. This guy not really exactly following what I say. This guy got some issues. Then the service is going to be screwed. It's going to go upside down. So he is eventually, of course, definitely going to be very angry and he's going to pissed off and smash the things around and
Holy
scream
shit.
you all this thing, right? Scream at you. But the thing that you have to know is that mostly that even if you break the things around, like F somebody up, I don't think the guest is still waiting outside.
Yeah.
So the best thing is to just clear him off, just do for him his dish, let it go, try to settle it. Then after that, whatever issues we can settle later. But most of the time, of course, chefs are a bit angry because one thing is the kitchen is a very hot place.
Right.
And your blood always like boiling, and on top of that got odors, and especially sometimes it's not the kitchen fault also. Sometimes the order miss out from the service, the person who took the order himself. Okay, he took the order, okay, he came to key in into the point of sale system. Halfway through, another guest say, excuse me, can you pass me a glass of water? Oh, okay sir. Then he go and pass the water. Then he forgot about the order. Suddenly when he come out, there's another food to pick up or something. Then he forgot the order to key in.
Right.
Then screwed up. Then the guest will complain in front, hey, where's my dish? Oh, I already ordered a long time ago to one of your staff. Then he come to the kitchen and he will say, hey, can you do this for me very fast? Then we have so many orders in the line. We know what are the times and we know this course, now the second course going to pick up, third course going to pick up. So we got so many courses going to pick up. In between somebody's cutting queue.
Right.
So once we cut the queue, let's say this dish going to take like maybe 10 minutes to cook. Then all these in the waiting list in the queue, all the orders going to be go backwards in 10 minutes back. So if you have to be super fast. If not, if you got 2-3 orders like that, we're going to be delay all the orders all the way, which is there's no issue with these orders before. We are doing perfectly everything in order, but 1-2 orders jumping the queue. So all these orders going to take like, let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all going to be the previous orders going to be backwards like another like 10-15 minutes. So instead of getting F from one table, we're going to get F from each guest because everybody going to receive late.
And everyone's gonna be late.
Yeah,
Okay,
then
wait.
of course the chef gonna be pissed off.
Okay, wait a minute. Were you kidding, or do you really mean it? Like,
No, it's really-
people
really.
smash plates and
Yes.
stuff in your restaurant?
Yeah, sometimes it depends on which chef.
Uh,
Like this kind of situation happen, maybe you cannot take it, and you asking the guy suddenly, okay, give me this one first. Give me only this order first.
mhm.
Forget about these two. Give me this. Then he says, chef, oh no, but this is the one in the queue. Just give me this. Then he asks, you give me that.
Mhm.
Then suddenly this guy like screwing things up. Then he cannot
starts
take it. Maybe he bang the table, or maybe sometimes accidentally plate can drop. Maybe he take the plate and just break it because sometimes they cannot take it. This kind of thing very hard to predict. Also, it happens most of the time in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. So I can kind of understand it in a way, because a place like those restaurants you're working
Yeah.
at, they do pay a lot of money. The guests do pay a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they expect a really high quality
Yeah.
of service. But how often would you see this kind of thing happen?
The thing is, you see, of course, if you're working with a very experienced team inside,
Mm.
very seldom this kind of things. But doesn't mean outside the service, the staff, the site, can be some newcomers, can be some inexperienced guys who just transfer maybe from another outlet to this outlet.
Right.
So he's not aware of the things we are about or something.
The
Maybe
system, yeah.
then he missed out something. Can happen. Once this happen, kitchen they're going to be a chaos. If it's a one order, two order, okay, we can settle. If it's going to be few orders like that, then all the other guests also going to wait, and they're going to say, hey, my dish also late, my dish also late. And everybody start to keep calling the waiter and say, hey, where's my food, where's my food? But actually it's all happened from maybe one or two table.
I get it.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
In terms of chaos in the kitchen, I assume it happens.
But the
almost
thing is that
every day,
nobody see
correct?
outside. Outside
Right.
is still very calm. They listen to music and they're just complaining nicely, happily.
Right.
According to the music tone, they complain nicely, very smoothly. But inside is a war.
Okay, so in terms of chaos in the kitchen, it happens all the time. But how many times in your years in working in that restaurant did you see your chef freak out and break stuff and shout?
Few times, but this chef, he didn't break out things. And
right,
he didn't break things. He's okay, but he like to shout, just bang on the table, speak in his Italian language, some words, which is I think is very nice words he's saying.
I'm assuming
Or
it's all the bad words
greetings,
in Italian.
something like
Okay, so let's go back to your timeline. You left Senso at 2006 roughly.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
did you go after that?
So they opened one of these pizza restaurant.
Mm.
So they want to bring one of the first to like having a wood oven. I think that time I'm not very sure. There's another restaurant called Pepperoni under Lezames group. So I'm not sure whether they got the pizza wood oven that time or not. But I think we are one of the first to come and in this kind of a small scale, like a small restaurant to open with the wood oven. Because if I'm not wrong, the restaurant Westin Hotel last time, now I think is Swiss Stamford or something. They below the ground floor they have one called Prego Italian restaurant. It's not a private restaurant, it's still run under the hotel itself. So the chef, one of the chef from the hotel also is the one who working there. So
what was the chef's name? Do you remember?
The Prego.
Yeah.
Prego, there used to be one of my friend also is a chef, used to work with us together in the Senso before. His name is
Right.
Antonio.
Okay.
So Chef Antonio was there for some time. I think now he no longer there. After they went to Hilton and here and there. So that time there's a restaurant also. So they got a wood oven, but it's a very small scale. It only can fit like maybe four pizza or 5 pizzas. So that time we have a very big wood oven. So we opened in the place Club Street, just right next to Senso, just one wall ahead. It's easier in a way that in case if you run out something or something, you can go to the Senso and take it out from the
kitchen.
from the kitchen.
So
there,
I'm sorry, just to clarify, this new pizza place was under Senso.
Yeah,
It was
correct.
under their company.
Yeah.
Okay, please carry on.
So this the place was there. They opened. So I happened to be there. Then they asked me, "You would like to go there?" Because that time I okay about the things that you say like smashing thing and doing the chefs getting angry thing. So it's just happened to be one of the chef I'm working with, because the chef Diego was his executive chef. He's busy. He brought another chef called Chef Gabriele. Chef
Where
Gabriel.
was he from?
He's from Italy too.
Okay.
That time he, I think, just came from New York. That time,
I'm
he's
sorry, I didn't get that.
Sorry.
what the hell is that?
Sorry, my computer suddenly.
But everything's still recording, right? Everything.
Yeah,
fine, right?
everything's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so the chef Gabriele was there.
Mm.
Then the Gabriele was okay. He and me had but he's young that time. He's like maybe 20 plus,
Right.
25, 26, that kind. I'm even more younger. So suddenly we have some issues. He's a little bit. I don't like to say he's a nice guy now, but
He was hot-blooded.
that time
right?
is not that nice. So he tried to pick on me.
Yeah.
Then one day we had a fight, he and me. So he asked me to get out from the kitchen. I said okay. Then I went to executive chef. He's upstairs, he's busy in the office. I said, he asked me to get out. No, I'm asking you to go in. You go in. I went in. He said, no, you get out. Go out from the kitchen. I said, what's going on? You asked me to go out. You asked me to come in. What's going on? Then after that, I told the executive chef, I said, sorry, I cannot work here. I don't want to work. Then he said, okay, we just opened the pizza place. Less than about 2 weeks. Go there. Okay, I went there. Then I was there. Then all the way running. Then finally I came the outlet chef.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, I helped out to open other outlets. So they got about 4, 5, 6 outlets. So I took care of all the outlets.
Okay, so you left the company.
Yeah.
And what happened after that?
And after that, where was I? I went a couple of restaurants. But the thing is, that time you see, like when you suddenly come out from a restaurant, like if you want to go for the better pay than that, or maybe the same pay as that, you need some time. That's not immediately a position available for you, even how good you are. Also, let's say if you are a head chef in a restaurant, also if you come out, nobody gonna just fire the head chef from another place and employ you. There must be a space for you to go in, so you have to wait.
Right.
So it took some time for me to find a proper one. So I work here and there for some of the Italian restaurants, but also as a chef. I work for the Lotus Group in the called that one called Via Veneto, and there's another place called Amalfi Pizza Bar. They have a boat. The people dining on the boat, just at the Clarke Quay, they park there. The boat. Yeah, next to the Bungee Bar.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So
okay,
I was
wait
there
a
as a
minute.
chef. Eh?
Okay, you are freaking insane.
Yeah.
That means that your CV.
Yeah.
Or your resume in terms of cooking is really, really good. You went to all the top restaurants.
I don't
Italian
know
restaurants.
cooking good or not, but people happen to employ me, and I think I did the job.
You're selling yourself short, man. I
Yeah.
mean, this resume is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that explains a lot about why your food is so good right now.
Yeah, so I did for some of my friends open, some of my 1 or 2 friends, they open restaurants, Italian restaurants. So in Upper Bukit Timah, then Bukit Timah Road. So I helped them out. Then suddenly this chef, I told you that I walk out from the restaurant. One of the chefs say, you go out from the kitchen, get out from the kitchen. This chef I call the Gabriel.
Yeah.
This Gabriel, actually after that, is the one that offer me the job to the because it's been a long time. After that, actually we are on and off, we are talking. He got married, I got married, he got children. Everybody's changed,
Right.
Then we did things young time, but things have changed when the time passed by. So he's the one who gave me the opportunity and actually pulled me into the Sentosa, Resorts World Sentosa, to the Michael Hotel.
Aha.
So because of him, that's why I'm in the Resorts World Sentosa. He said he need me. Then all the people say, no, we want to employ somebody. No, he said, no, I want this guy. I don't care how. If you want me to run this hotel, I need this guy to do the pizza.
He was probably tired of working with idiots and he wanted someone
he
who
wants
knew
me.
he
I
could
mean, end
work
of the
with,
day, we
Yeah.
have here and there some quarreling stuff, whatever, because of what, but maybe we are young that time. But the thing is that you get the job done if you take me, of course. I do the job.
Okay, right.
So
that's-
definitely he wants somebody who really does the job.
So that's how you got all your pizza skills.
Yeah, because
and things like that.
he was employed there as an executive sous chef. The executive sous chef doesn't mean just a second guy in a restaurant. Over there is a 5-star hotel. From
Right.
the hotel itself, he's the executive sous chef. Means there's basically he's a chef for the whole hotel.
He's the number 2 guy in the whole hotel.
No,
basically,
he's
right?
actually the number 1 guy, because the executive chef is the one who controlling all hotels, all the
Right.
hotels.
Right,
So
right.
each hotel there is an in charge.
Who called the executive sous
He's
chef.
the executive sous
right.
chef.
Right.
So this guy actually is a very high rank and very lot of responsibilities. So I don't think it's easy to take care. I mean, so he had to focus a lot of things, because when he's come to a hotel, we have room service, we have, that means 24-hour running a kitchen, and we have morning got buffet, got a lot of work to do. So you need more staff, and not all the staff that worked with him before. But of course, if I go to somewhere, I will bring my own team in, because I know they know what I need. So I worked with him before, so he know he can get. I will do the job. So he took me for this, and he took some of our last time friends also together. Still they exist. They're still there. And of course I left the place because, and even my friend. I mean, he's my good friend actually. Although he's the chef, I call him chef. But he left the Resort World Sentosa too. And at the moment, currently running a restaurant. I mean, anybody can go and try. His food is good. At the Amoy Street there, called what this one? I forgot the name. It's a small baby picture there, and I forgot the name.
No problem. If you remember
Yeah.
the name, just
Yeah.
let us know. Okay, so wow. Okay, wow. That's a lot of history. All right, so you might have a lot of insider information about chefs and stuff that we don't have, and I would love for you to tell us about this. So, for example, you were telling me that your PR person was from Colombia. Was that right?
Colombia.
Right, and these chefs, many of them were Italian.
She's Colombian.
I mean, the chefs that you worked with were
Yeah.
Italian, right? So there was quite an international staff. That guy, I wouldn't say that guy. So when one of the chefs who came in, like one of the young chefs, executive chefs or something in Senso and stuff,
Yeah.
how much would they earn in their job?
Oh, by that time I cannot say the amount. Because this is very discreet.
Right.
Nobody knows.
Nobody.
Because some
knew.
work
Right.
with maybe the salary plus some commission basis. I mean, like
Commission based?
Maybe no salary plus maybe some profit sharing.
Oh wow, profit sharing in a restaurant.
Depends. Yeah,
Right.
my last time executive chef, I think he got a highest profit. I think in the company, because
I
he's
see.
the main icon to sell the food.
Okay, so let's just go to chefs as a whole in a restaurant, a rough popular restaurant. Like let's say the guy in Senso now, who you might not know, or any of the top Italian restaurants in Singapore now. How much would that kind of person earn? Could you guess?
In where I mean,
Let's say Senso right
Uh-huh.
now, the executive chef there. How much would he be earning a month?
But this thing I can't really say based on the Senso. Let's say generally in an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
If it's a fine dining restaurant, if you have a Michelin star chef in, if the chef is a Michelin star, of course he can ask for like maybe 50,000 a month.
Fucking hell, $50,000.
Because he's
Are
a
you
Michelin
kidding?
star chef. But in the Michelin star chef, in the first place, he won't come and work for normal person, because the Michelin star chef, he already have his own Michelin star restaurants. But in a way, the 50,000 is still good for the company, because you know why? Once the Michelin star chef working in your company, your restaurant also become a Michelin star restaurant.
Wait, you're talking 50,000 a year, 50,000
50,000 a month.
Holy shit! What the hell?
That's normal.
That's
for a Michelin
normal.
star chef,
Fucking hell.
Because it's not
that's
easy to be a
insane.
Michelin star.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, my mind is blown now. I'm thinking of just stopping the interview and gonna start working straight away.
Yeah,
Oh
because you
my
see, there are
God.
people who, you imagine if you want to employ the Gordon Ramsay, how much he gonna ask? He gonna ask you maybe $250,000 salary monthly.
Yeah, but he's a different animal though. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
because-
like world famous,
No,
right?
no,
Yeah.
because you see, Michelin star chefs are all there actually.
Yeah.
The thing is, he became famous because he got TV shows and all this thing going on.
Right.
There are more Michelin stars, but they didn't come into the TV program. So he happened to get a TV program to run like a live reality show kind of things. Okay, so he became famous. So everybody know who's Gordon Ramsay. So his price went up.
Okay, you mentioned Les Amis just now.
Yeah, Les Amis.
Yeah. It was if I'm not wrong, recently there was a list of the top 100 restaurants in the world
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And the first time the list came out in 2011 or 2010, they were listed as one of the top 100
Yeah.
restaurants in the whole world.
Yeah.
Singapore has quite a few. a chef in that kind of place, the executive chef, how much do you think he or she would get?
Depend on the restaurant. I mean, very hard to say. Roughly, maybe somebody will ask for like a normal chef. If he it depends on the chef's experience also. Like, let's say I'm employing somebody, I see your curriculum, so I see where you worked before, so I'm employing you, so I can offer you maybe less. If you have more experience, I work in the Michelin star restaurant before, I was the executive chef in this hotel and here and there, okay, it's more, then you can ask for more. It all depends. It depends on it's not of course there is a market price for roughly here and there the price, but always you can sell yourself higher if you got more experience or something.
Okay, what about a restaurant, a chef in a restaurant, in a working restaurant in Singapore, not a working restaurant, a franchise restaurant, for example, I'm sure you've heard of like New York and those kind of restaurants and cafes that you see around Singapore.
Like fast food kind of restaurant.
Yeah, so how much would they get? Nothing much, right?
I don't think, because they only have one chef who definitely, if I'm not wrong, overseeing everything, and each outlet, the person who is in charge of those food, I don't think they are not chefs. You don't call him chef, maybe it's just a sous chef. Maybe not even a sous chef, maybe it's a chef de partie, because you don't need to. Okay, you see, like an example, like you have like let's say Pasta Mania. They have like fast food restaurant everywhere. So most of the time, each outlet in charge is not the chef actually. It's a chef de partie.
What is that?
It's a few ranks below a chef. So in a chef de partie, in a fine dining Italian restaurant, is just a station in charge.
Right. I see.
Station in charge. He just particularly in charge of this particular station, not overall whole kitchen.
Okay. So
that's why the fine dining part gonna go a little bit, like going this way, going down a bit when you're going to the fast food kind of a thing. Then you don't need the executive chef, like that kind of a big chef, maybe chef de cuisine, or maybe the chef of the restaurant to in charge, because it's a small scale, because most of the work is done in a production kitchen, pre-cooked, pre-made, all coming from another place. So you don't need very well experienced people to run this kind of fast food restaurant.
Alright, so I have to stop you there for a second, because I cook a lot, so I know a couple of kitchen terms and things like that. But could you explain to everyone what's a production kitchen?
Okay, production kitchen is something, it can be in many ways. Like, let's say I have one restaurant, one outlet. Okay, let's say when I'm doing a restaurant, I need to have all these stations, I need to have all this manpower, I must have all the people who well experienced in charge of each station, and overall in charge of the kitchen. So lot of machinery, all the equipments all inside the kitchen. There's a lot of things going on there to do fine dining restaurant. So when let's say I do a normal restaurant, still the same. When I do one first restaurant, I have to buy all these items. So when I have another restaurant, second restaurant, or the third restaurant, when I have 2-3 restaurants, it's no point I keep buying the same equipments as the first restaurant to the second restaurant, the kitchen equipments. Then I keep buying the same unnecessary equipments to this place. It's easy for me. I put all in one place, and I minimize the salary that I'm paying for the very well experienced kitchen staff. I put all these well experienced kitchen staff for my first restaurant. I push them into my production kitchen, which is the main kitchen. And I will employ the people who got less basic knowledge about cooking in the Italian food or whatever food into this restaurant, to the kitchen. So they have less job to do. So all the food is done, and quality, everything, we tested everything in the main kitchen, because my first group of the team, they are very well know what to do. So they're doing the same taste over there. So we will distribute everything out daily to the other outlets. So the people over there, they don't need to know how to cook. They only need to follow the measurements. Sometimes, like some restaurants like Pasta Mania, they put spoons. They have different size of spoons. So when you say like, okay, I want to cook maybe let's say aglio olio or something, you say 1 spoon of this, 1 spoon of this, 2 spoon of that, and that's the recipe. They don't know what is it. They just do. Just something like that.
All right. So sorry, I have to just to clarify again.
But one more thing I have to tell you about this kind of restaurant. A person who come out after long time, you're working for a restaurant like that, let's say 10 years experience, you come out, it's very hard for you to get a job. Because what you know when you go to the next restaurant is, if let's say it's happened to be a fine dining restaurant or normal restaurant that doing in the natural way, they will ask you, do you know how to cook this? Yeah, 2 spoons of that, 1 spoon of this.
Right.
So they don't know what is exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes he might explain to you, 2 spoons of the red color spoon, 1 spoon of the blue color spoon.
Right.
Huh? What is inside there? Nobody knows.
So the production kitchen is basically a central kitchen somewhere in an industrial area, would it be?
People do in industrial area because like that's the cheapest rental you can get, because
Right,
Singapore
so-
every square feet very expensive.
It'll probably be an industrial area,
Yeah.
and all the cooking goes on there,
Yeah.
and then the food is sent out to the different outlets in
Yeah.
Singapore. And how do they just reheat it with a microwave or something? What do they use?
No. I mean, like, okay, some people do it semi, some people do it fully. Okay, fully means everything is already pre-cooked, everything there. Then what you basically doing is microwave, heat up or somehow, and just let it go. So it's total rubbish.
Would a chain restaurant, like let's say
There
Pasta
are
Mania,
some,
do
but I
that?
don't like to mention the names. So the other way people do, they will like, okay, the most time-consuming
Yeah.
and machinery needed works, like making pasta sauce, pizza sauce, all the other kind of sauces. They do in this this central production kitchen, which is the main kitchen.
Yeah.
After that, they vacuum pack it. They freeze. Sometimes they can freeze it, chill it. By the way, they have a shelf life. So this kind of things they do there, and they send it to this other existing all the outlets around them. So in this way, I mean, like, use the cook here, he still must have a basic knowledge, but he still must know how to cook. But the thing is, he no need to make his own sauce, so we don't need more people who knowledgeable in how to do the sauce. So he no need to know. What this guy need to know is like, okay, 1 spoon of this, 1 spoon of that, 1 spoon of this sauce, and maybe another spoon of whatever ingredient. Then you cook something like that. But still, he must know to cook without burning, or don't over putting salt or something. Then he has to know.
Right.
But these things also they measure by nowadays, not by tasting. They just follow the spoon. But these sauces, all these major the different things, like let's say pizza dough or whatever, they making in their production kitchen. So you don't need too many equipments. All coming from there, and you can assure the quality of the pizza and everything go according to what we you see. The quality always still change, because you are not really doing in the traditional way here. You are just taking 1 spoon of this, 1 spoon of that, and you are sending out.
Right.
But that risk is always there, but they already know it, whoever do this kind of business. But the thing is, they want to keep safe, play safe about the main base item, that screw them up 100% 100% gonna screw them up kind of items there are. Like pizza, though if you're a pizza restaurant, if you're a pasta restaurant, your pasta sauce, these main base items in the dish. Ingredients can be anything.
Right.
Below there is there's a flour, there's a dough, there's a sauce. In a pasta, there's a sauce. So these are the sauce that they don't want to screw up, and they want to like have the same taste in all of the outlets. So they standardize the taste. They keep it controlled. So they do it in a main kitchen. So they don't mind others little bit items. The people gonna mess up here and there. It's okay, but as long as the main item not screwed up,
Everything's
they are
fine.
not screwed. Yeah.
Okay, so for someone like yourself who has, I assume you have a very acute sense of taste because your food quality is really good. Now, if I were to make a pasta from scratch, imagine I'm a chef from Pasta Mania. I made everything from scratch. The sauce I made that day, the pasta I made that day, and I make a pasta exactly like how
Are
they
you
make
talking
it.
about dry pasta or the fresh pasta?
Fresh pasta. Let's just
That
say
means you
fresh
take
pasta.
the flour and you make your own self the pasta.
Yeah. Let's just say somehow I managed
But
to
they
make
don't
that.
do that. They don't have fresh pasta.
What? Pasta Mania doesn't have fresh pasta? Okay.
They have the dry pasta.
They don't even make it in production kitchen?
I don't know now, because time to time they are changing the new things coming in, like McDonald's.
Right.
So they have like, okay, this week then this burger, that burger. There are a lot of things coming out for after this period of time. I'm not sure whether they doing fresh pasta or not, but if I'm not wrong, they are not doing fresh pastas. They're using the dry pastas. The fresh pasta, if you want to do for like this kind of a lot of outlets, it's not that easy. You need somebody like, I mean, how many people you need to do it's a tough job to do the fresh pasta. But let's say Pasta Mania, like one outlet, let's say if they're selling like maybe let's say 500 pasta a day. Imagine 500 pasta a day, you have to do fresh pastas, and let's say the customer have the choice of the pasta as well. So maybe let's say customer can choose from 4 types of pasta, which pasta he wants. So for 500 pastas, he has to have each type of these pastas, different homemade pastas, 500. So totally
Yeah.
it's like 2,000 pastas.
And that's just one outlet,
Yeah. So
right?
if they have 50 outlet,
Oh.
how many people? Then there is another production kitchen just to do the pasta.
Right.
And one thing, if it didn't move, the pasta cannot keep for very long because it's fresh.
Okay, so let's just cycle back a little bit. So from your logistical count, is basic mathematics, we can probably figure out it's probably not fresh.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but let's just say they use dry pasta,
Yeah.
and then I make my own sauce exactly according to their restaurant, the recipes, and blah blah blah. And then there's another plate where it's pasta again, the exact same pasta, but the sauce is made in a production kitchen and brought over.
Yeah.
Would I be able to tell the difference between both?
Yeah, definitely.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought the quality of the taste wouldn't.
But the only
really-
person who can differentiate it is the tongue.
It's who?
The tongue.
Ah, right. Okay, so for you, you would
Not
definitely
by
be able
looks.
to tell.
You have to taste it, then you know.
Ah, okay. I understand. Well, thank you very much for letting me know. Okay, so let's carry on. You have a coffee shop in Singapore,
Yeah,
and
correct.
and you've tried opening up some other coffee shops around Singapore as well.
Maybe, probably, because
Yeah.
now I want to do this and let the because I left the place for some time
Mm.
because we moved to NTUC Food Fair. So because I don't have enough manpower, so I had to close this place down. But I know it's temporarily, so I came back after now 1 year.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure I accommodate the my regular people, my customers around here, the neighborhood who appreciate my food before. So make sure I do for them first. Then after that, I think about maybe opening few more outlets.
Okay, so I'm one of the guys who, as much as I can, I try to visit your coffee shop at least once a week. I really love the place. Now, if someone were to want to open a coffee shop, how much money would they need to open a coffee shop?
Coffee shop.
Let's say I want to open a Western food stall, or let's say a Malay rice stall. I want to open up a Malay rice stall tomorrow. How much money would I need in capital?
When come to the rental wise, that one is depends on the location, depends on the owner. Because the owner differentiate the things like if you want to sell chicken rice, this price the one is the shop the rental gonna be. If you want to do Western, this is the price. If you don't want to do chap chai fan, price different. So they have different price.
The
range.
rental
It's not
price
the
depends
same
on
shop
what you sell.
Can be different price.
Oh, okay,
Depends on what
right.
you're selling.
Okay.
So the price he adjusts. So it's gonna be still here and there. It's not much.
Is that
right?
even legal? Is that fair?
I don't know, because if the person is the owner of the place, why not? He say, okay, if you want to do this is the price.
Wow.
If you
okay.
agree, you come. If you're not, get the hell out.
Right. Okay. So let's say I want to open up my Malay rice
Yeah.
shop. How much would I need?
Probably like in the first place, you cannot open by your own, and if you are running, because you are not Muslim. Yeah, you need to get the halal license because nobody gonna eat your food.
Okay.
with no
Oh,
halal
fine,
license.
whatever. Just a shop.
So-
God damn.
Then so you gonna because the one thing that I'm not sure, Malay rice, they don't need much equipment, so you just need the wok and the fire and one fridge, one freezer. Then you can just start it up and just go ahead. You don't need much equipment. Like if you do like a Italian kind of food, of course you need equipment a lot. You like pizza, you're selling. Okay, you need an oven. You need all these things. You need maybe pasta handmade. If let's say if you're doing pasta, you need a machine to make pasta. You need a dough mixer. You need all these things.
That oven, those industrial ovens that you see sometimes in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Those big ovens. Do they cost a lot of money?
Yeah. It costs a lot. It depends because you see like let's say oven like in a Pizza Hut or maybe Domino's or something, like they have a conveyor oven. So this thing is running with the belt. So once you put the thing here, it goes in, come out from other side, ting, there's an alarm, it's ready. So that's the way they do. So this kind of oven also very costly because it's like a big roller coaster like that. It keep going here and there. So but what we do is like Italian style is a thin crust one. So I'm using a stone based oven. So it's slightly cheaper than a conveyor oven, but still if it's a good brand can go to like maybe 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, maybe 7,000 is a normal one. Like a lousy brand you can get for like 4,000. But it's a small size, capacity is like maybe 2 pizza at the time.
Alright.
But if you go for a wood oven, gonna cost you like maybe 50,000 plus.
$50,000.
Yeah, which
Oh
is
my
1.7
gosh.
diameter, which is I used to use in the Resort World Sentosa,
Okay. All right. So
which is the Chef Gabriel ordered.
I would like to open up a economic rice restaurant. Since you don't let me open up a Malay rice restaurant, I want to open up an economic rice restaurant in the middle of Ang Mo Kio.
Yeah.
Okay. How much money, capital in total would I need?
First, where you gonna open? In a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Coffee shop located where inside the it's like a something like kopitiam kind of thing, like a food court.
Yeah, yeah,
If
sure,
it's a
something
food
like
court,
that.
it's controlled by one of the one of the big company. Maybe that means it's like, let's say, like they have called Food Republic, they have a
Kofu,
lot of
Kopitiam,
all this.
yeah.
So they will let you, like they sub rent to you. They will rent from the landlord that side. So they control everything. So which is what I've been doing nowadays. So the rental definitely very high.
How high is
It's gonna
high?
cost you like 10,000 to 12,000 a month. Let's say $8,000 the rent for the shop. Definitely they want to clean your plates and give it back to you. They're charging $2,800 to $3,000 for that.
What?
Then on top of that, the POS system, point of sale system, there's a rent for that, and pest control in there something. Then there's a lot of things to pay.
Okay, so stop right there. In total, rough estimates $11,000 for that. In
No,
a
monthly you have to at least pay about 12,000 to 14,000 for
Oh,
everything
okay.
in.
Holy
Electricity.
shit.
Don't forget
$14,000.
Don't forget the water and gas, electricity.
How am I going to survive or make any money if I sell economic rice for $4?
That's the thing. And these kind of people who running this kind of big business, like just now we mentioned some names, they want their food to be cheaper than whoever beside them. So you have to go cheaper, but the rental is they are giving you very high. Then it's very hard to survive. And
Ouch.
definitely you have a contract, then you have to run for like maybe for 2 years minimum contract. So you have to come out like maybe two plus one rental. So then you already, before even you start, you already lost about 25,000 to 30,000 easily
From
lost
the rent. And the rent
before even you
minor,
open. Yeah. Then there's a renovation. Maybe if there are a previous renovation, let's say they did some renovation before previously to the place, the renovation they're gonna add into you.
Okay, so basically, any young person who wants to open up a coffee shop is screwed because you need a lot of money.
Especially this kind of a big organization, maybe because of these people are screwed. I suggest anybody who want to open something, just go to a normal coffee shop, doesn't matter who, like see the coffee shop owner, whoever, just rent a stall, do the way you can. At least you just pay the rental, there's nobody going to overrule and control you.
That equivalent.
And definitely those kind of places, if you do, the other places I've been talking about just now, they will even take a percentage from you, maybe 20 to 23% a month.
Where, of sales?
Yes, not the profit, just from your sales. To tell you that, it's like they will, if your rental is, let's say 10,000, let's say 23%, let's say 20% they're taking, 20% of your total sales, if exceed this amount of 10,000, they're going to stick to that profit 20%. So that means they'll get like maybe 11,000, 12,000, 14,000 as a rental. Then they don't charge you the rental anymore. They take instead of the 10,000, they take 15,000 from you, from your sales.
They take a percentage of your
Yeah,
sales.
from your sales.
Wow.
Then that's a sale. That's the worst part. It's from your sales. You haven't minus off anything out yet, but from the sales they take.
Wow. Okay, that's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine it.
Madness. I don't recommend anybody to go to this kind of place and try to venture or what. Don't.
Okay,
Do
so
not.
that equivalent of an economic rice shop. Now I want to open
Including
it in
everything. Even a fishbowl auntie selling fishbowl soup, she has to pay the same thing.
If I want to open up one of those shops, in a coffee shop, an actual outdoor coffee shop, how much cheaper would it be?
I mean, if you go to that kind of a food. Just now I talking to you about these food stalls, like coffee shop, that kind of the coffee shop kind of thing. You have to like come out 20,000-30,000. You open outside coffee shop, like in a normal kind of a open area kind of a coffee shop. Maybe 12,000, 10,000 gonna sufficient.
To start,
Yeah,
right.
but don't base on that. You have to make sure you have to have money to run for like standby in one corner for 6 months.
So I'm assuming 10,000. That would mean rent would roughly be about 3,000-4,000.
Yeah,
Would that be right?
2,000 rental. There's many places that my rental I'm paying here like 1,002.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite cheap. So you want
Okay.
to start something, 2 plus 1 is still under 5,000.
So, but I mean, this place doesn't have as much foot traffic as
Yeah.
Ang Mo Kio, for example. And I think actually, I have some foreign subscribers on my channel and stuff. I do think they would laugh at us if they hear that rental for a little coffee shop in a central area would be $3,000 or $4,000 or even higher. And when you get a coffee shop, food court shop, it costs 12,000, 13,000. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
they have
price
air
of a
condition
restaurant
and all this thing, yeah.
overseas. That's crazy.
But those kind of thing, basically, you are not working. You are not earning anything. You are working for them. Actually, you are the boss, but actually you are not the boss. They are the boss. You are working for them. You are earning money for them, whether you make it or not. You starve to death or not. They are taking your money out every month, and you are working for them.
right, because they take a percentage of
Yeah.
your sales.
At the moment that you try and feeding them, and you cannot survive anymore, you will go out. Then they're going to sue you for going out before the contract period. Then somebody else new coming in start to feed them again.
They will sue you.
Yeah, all the way. Yeah, because you cannot terminate the contract earlier. If you can terminate the contract early, you have to pay. But if somebody is trying very hard, and if the person is leaving after few months trying, like let's say after 1 year, you leaving, you have maybe another 1 year to go. You leave him because there's no choice, because you cannot survive anymore.
Right, that's true.
The moment you go out, and they start to sue you for going early. Then how the hell you gonna pay that money, because you really already you helpless. No
But-
way to pay.
Don't they normally ask for like a 1 month deposit upfront or something?
No, they have a deposit. They forfeited your deposit.
Right.
They
and
will
this-
forfeit it and seize all your goods in the premises as well. And on top of that, they will sue you too.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Anyway, Nick, I think I need to take a leak.
Oh yeah, sure, buddy.
Yeah.
Hold on, no problem. I'll just pause it right here. Go ahead.
Where's the place?
Just exit here and just turn here. All right, we're back. That was our first official leak
Yeah.
in Sleepless in Singapore. Okay, so anyway, thank you very much.
One thing, Nick, I just remember
Yeah.
the name of the chef Gabriel, the guy who helped me out to go to this Resorts World Sentosa.
Yeah,
His restaurant name is Burla Mako.
Bulomako. Buramako.
Burla Mako Restaurante. It's in Namoi Street. I think if anybody want to go and just give a try. The thing is, because he's a very creative chef. He create things out of nothing sometimes. It's like that.
Right.
In a restaurant, that's what it's a very, very important part as a chef, is like throw nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, let's say, onion, you peel off. If there's a skin, he will do something out of the skin. He's that kind of guy. So I think you should try. He's a good chef and very good food.
Right. Okay, so this was the chef you were talking
Yeah.
about, who you initially
Became
had
my
a-
enemy, and he became my best friend. Like that kind
Right.
of chef.
Okay, that's very cool. I would love to have him on if I ever have the opportunity. All right, let's carry on. Do you have a favorite cuisine in terms of not cooking but just your own personal cuisine? Do you have any favorites?
Very hard to say that, because I like to try all. I like to try Japanese also. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not
I went
particularly
to
into one.
I went to Japan recently. I was in Osaka and Kyoto, and that was when I proposed to Cheryl when I was there. Man, the food there is insane.
Yeah.
It is really, really, really good. And I mean, overall, I just love Japan. The people are they are friendly. They might not understand us as much as, they don't really speak much English there, but it doesn't matter. They're very friendly. They're very polite. The food is great. Service is great. And it's actually significantly cheaper than Singapore, which is one of the weird things. And one thing I really like about their culture there is quite normal for them to have a restaurant. It's kind of hard to call it a restaurant, but it is a restaurant with 6 seats. Right?
Okay.
So you got a small little restaurant.
It's
with 6
something same.
chairs,
Like,
yeah.
is at the roadside somewhere?
No,
No,
just
sometimes they
roadside,
have in the Korea also. You remember they cover with the tent. There's like 4-5 seats.
Right.
They're having
Yeah,
their drinks.
but this one is not just. It's not on a roadside under an umbrella. It's in the building. It's just really small.
Small
you know.
restaurant.
And the thing is, they take food so seriously there. Even the very small restaurants, 20 seaters or whatever, if they make Italian food, they have a wood fire oven in there.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The food there is great. Okay, so you were telling me that you were considering using a company called Food Panda to deliver
Yeah,
stuff.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
So one guy came and approached me and said, "You want to do this?" I said, "Okay, why not? Give a try." But I don't think it's going to be much profitable also anyway, because they're also taking 40% of your sales.
Oh my
So in a way, it's the
gosh.
same thing. Okay, then we no need to pay for the delivery charges. Delivery charges all they cover. Then of course they're taking 40% out of it. But of course, and they don't have any contract. So I mean, like you can try it if you feel like not good, then you can anytime can terminate.
Wow, that is shocking. So, I know a company like Canadian Pizza. They use Food Panda as well. Why would
Yeah.
they be willing to just shave off 40% of their sales?
No, because I think it's because of you can get the publicity first. Because like many people may be looking at the Food Panda, so they might get to see your restaurant name there. So maybe I think these kind of reasons.
Wow, that is crazy. Okay.
Because I mean, like the Canadian, all this, the pizza people, I think they can employ their own riders. But like of course, like a person like me, like in a small coffee shop kind of a business, I cannot afford to employ the own riders, because if the riders are there, if I don't have much traffic, then I have to pay hourly plus a lot of things, so it's not worth it.
Right. Okay, so you used to work in many of the high-end restaurants. Now you have your own coffee shop, and I hope you're doing well. I think you're doing pretty well,
Yeah.
right? In terms of restaurants, did you ever have difficult customers?
Yeah, always.
In what way? How were they difficult?
Okay, some people they like to they come and try the food. They say, okay, I want like this without this ingredient. I want to add this ingredient on top of that. I say, okay, can do for you. After when we do that, they maybe try to say, hey, it's not that good. I was in Italy, I was in here. This restaurant is the best. It's very nice. So sometimes I don't know why, because whatever we do, they always say something. So I guess this is the nature of the food business. So and the customer and the chef.
Is it true the customer's always right? Do you always follow that?
I mean, they say customer always right. Customer always right in a way, like in FMB line. Of course, we have to give the first priority to the customer, but doesn't mean he's always right.
Yeah, that's true.
He do not the things that not right, then it's not right.
Yeah, actually, I do magic as well, right? So
But we still accommodate them.
Yeah, I do magic. Sometimes in restaurants, I used to do performances at the Equinox restaurant. Used to perform table to table and things like that. And basically, I'm in the service line as well in some senses. And I don't always agree that the customer is always right. There are some customers who are just pure assholes.
Yeah, correct.
Like whenever I perform, 99% of the people I perform for will be very appreciative. They're very happy. They even want to take your photo with you and all sorts of stupid things. It's fantastic. It's great.
Yeah.
But there's always that one small little group of people who the minute you show up at the table, they try to grab whatever's out of your hands, and they start to dominate the conversation as much as they want. And they're just assholes,
Yeah.
And so it's come to a point where sometimes I've had a situation where the guy says, okay, do this. I saw this person do it on TV, so if you are a good magician, you should be able to do it now. So at last time I used to try my best to replicate it. I used to try my best to do it, but now I just say no. No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, correct. Because I remember also once there's when you say about difficulties that happening from customers.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one guy, like I don't know, he's with a girlfriend or something. He's with his girlfriend maybe. Yeah, he called me like to a dog with the sound like
Oh.
and like that. Then with the middle finger, asking me to come close to him. I say yes. I say it's me. Yeah. And he start to order the things from me, but I don't feel very happy with that. Right? Nobody will be happy.
Right.
Nobody want to call like that way.
So where
You can
did
just say
that
excuse
happen?
me like that. One of the restaurants I forgot. I was in the pizzas that time.
Right.
The restaurant called after I go out from the Senso called Spizzas.
Spizzas. Okay, right.
Spizza.
SPI.
SPI is exact A. Spizza.
Spizza. Okay, Spizza.
Spizza.
Okay, I've heard of that before.
So they one of their outlet, one of the customer talked to me like that, because I was always in the front line, because there's a kitchen, but pizza is coming from in front, because we are doing in front of the customer. The pizza oven is in front of the customer, so we do live. So of course I like to do the flaring part, all this, throwing the pizza up and down. So children were happy about it, very happy. So there's one of the time this customer asked me to just come with the middle finger like that. Well, this kind of things happen, but of course it doesn't make us happy. So I don't think the customer is always right.
So what do you do to the customer? You just had to serve him?
Yeah, so I went there and I asked him like, yes sir, can I help you? Then he asked me with the middle finger like that.
Mm-hmm.
Asked me which one is good, which one you recommend. So what I did was I took the menu,
Mm-hmm.
I took my middle finger and I said, this one is good and this one is very good. This is the most sellable, but I recommend this one to you. Then the girlfriend is laughing, so I think she got the picture. Then after, okay, then I walk away. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, okay. So before we leave, I've heard a couple of horror stories sometimes about people spitting in food in restaurants in the
Yeah.
kitchen. Did that happen? Does that ever happen?
No, I mean, I cannot say it's not happening.
Mm.
Sometimes the people really like okay, somebody like say, okay, I want a dish. Let's say somebody say I want a steak
Mm-hmm.
and I want it meat. Let's say medium rare.
Yep.
You give him medium rare. He say no, this is too raw.
Mm.
Send it back. Do again.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will, let's say you take another one. You cook. Let's say it become like little bit more than medium rare he want it. So after he say there's no blood, do another one for me. Just keep coming. And to cook this kind of certain dishes that you have to do, let's say like on the spot kind of dishes, like you do fresh. This kind of dishes take time and lot of work to do. Then when the things happen like that, it will piss the kitchen staff too sometime.
Right.
So we never know what might happen.
Right.
So I
get
don't
it.
say it's not happening, but it could happen anytime. But if we happen to see somebody is doing that in the kitchen as a chef, definitely we have to ask him to get the hell out from the kitchen, because as a chef, point of this, you have to respect the food.
Right. Oh, that's very
Yeah.
interesting. And it's great.
Although no matter what, if you're not happy, you go outside from the counter, go outside from the kitchen and just beat the hell out of the customer if you're not happy. But don't spit on the food. Don't do disrespectful things to the food.
Right.
That's the only thing.
It is such a pleasure, Jingle, to have you on this
Yeah.
podcast, and it really is such a great opportunity to just pick your brain and to find out so much more about restaurants and things like that,
Wow.
and the food. And it's great to see that you're so much passionate about food, and that's one of the things I'm really disappointed about with Singapore nowadays, is that many people don't think that they can earn any money from their art. Whether it's singing, whether it's dancing, whether it's cooking, whether it's magic, anything like that. And
Depends
it's-
whether
yeah.
you are pointing into the right direction.
yeah,
Then
and
of course we
it
can make
depresses me whenever I see someone become have a normal job and just forget everything. Something that people learn to play the piano, and they do it so well, and then all of a sudden they say, you know what, I can't earn any money from this. I just have to drop everything and go and work.
Yeah.
And it's depressing to see that. But it's great to see someone like you who has so much passion for food, and you're making your money and you're doing great.
No, I got the passion for the food, but doesn't mean I'm very rich. No,
Yeah.
I haven't made the money yet, but
Right.
maybe I might.
Mhm.
All depends on the customers. All depends on how good I do the food also.
Okay, great. So where can your customers find you if they would like to visit your shop?
Okay, at the moment they can come to the number 33 Hong Eng Gardens.
Okay, and where is that located
It's
in Singapore?
located along the Sembawang Road, near to the Nee Soon Camp. So it's number 33 Hong Eng Gardens. It's a coffee shop which is free car parking, which is a privilege for customers. So, and I open 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
4 p.m. to
Tuesday?
10 p.m.
Yeah, Tuesday we are closed.
Alright, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day from Monday to Sunday except for Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And his shop is located just next to Nee Soon Camp.
Yeah, even if
Okay.
it's other days, if it's a public holiday, I still open.
Right. So if you are from Nee Soon Camp, you're pretty nearby, you could just visit his shop. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. The food quality from a coffee shop like pizzas. Sorry.
Because the thing is also the funny name. Okay,
Yeah.
when you say in Russian is pizzas is like a crazy.
Right.
Okay, when you say pizzas, because I want to find like, okay, let's say there are a lot of restaurants with 2 names. Like let's say Pizza Hut. I'm not like saying something bad. It's Pizza Hut is 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to find like 1 word
Mm-hmm.
that represent what I'm selling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just 1 word, pizza. So I cannot say just pizza. So pizza can be pizza. What? Is that a restaurant?
Mhm.
Oh, it's pizza. No, so I just put pizzas. What is that?
Yeah, it's
That's
the
a
name of the
restaurant. Instead
restaurant,
of pizzas, Instead of S, I put it Z sound a bit. Because the other thing is, because I cannot register without the 2 Z, because there's somebody who have registered with 1 Z. So
Okay, so you can look up his. Just go to Google, time PIZZAZZ. You can find his restaurant on Hungry Go Where as well.
Yeah.
Right now he's got a rating of 100%. Okay, that's how good his food is. All right. So do you have a Facebook as well?
Facebook, yeah, but I'm gonna add it into the. Yeah, I mean the Facebook is if you just type pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that-
PIZZAZZ on
ZZAZZ.
Facebook,
Yeah.
right? And you'll get to see his website, probably his page, and you can see some pictures of his food as well. I highly recommend it. Jingle, thank you very much for coming over
Okay,
today.
thank you, Nick, for bringing me here.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to Sleepless in Singapore episode 2. Take care, ladies and gents. Bye bye.